My name is Arielle, and I'm an ombudsman, and I'm here with nursing home resident Ronnie Mack, and we're here in Dallas, Texas, and we are doing this interview on behalf of Older Americans Month. So tell me about yourself, Mr. Mack.
I grew up in a small town north of here called Gainesville, which is about 10 miles from Windstar. Grew up with 4 brothers, 1 older and 3 younger. I attended school at Gainesville High School, graduated there, and went to about 6 colleges in my lifetime. I worked in property management and real estate for a number of years, and in my older years I worked for 2 colleges, one in Dallas, Texas, and another one in Little Rock, Arkansas.
So how long have you lived here at this home?
I've lived here at this home since January the 13th, 2017. And because I'm having episodes of passing out, I decided the best thing for me to do was come to a nursing home. I went through a process of selecting a nursing home. I selected this nursing home. One of the key factors about choosing this one is its location to the Dart rail station, because I'm relatively an independent person, and with the rail station being that close and my mobility device, I'm pretty much able to go all over Dallas County and go to Denton, Fort Worth, and places like that. So these are things that I considered when choosing this particular nursing home.
So what's a typical day like for you?
Well, basically, a typical day for me is I read a lot. I'm a prolific reader. I usually read 3 to 5 books a week, and that works out real for me unless I got appointments. I got 11 doctors, so I got a lot of doctor's appointments, and I move around independently to doctors and so forth. Plus, with the train station and the bus is so accessible, I'm still able to maintain contact and visit friends. So
what has it been like for you to live through the COVID-19 pandemic?
Well, it's a depressing type event because people are social, and I'm a people person. I have 2 brothers only left. One lives in Gainesville and the other one lives 27 miles in Fort Worth. The one that lives in Fort Worth, I haven't saw him since my birthday of 2019. That's been the hardest part of it, is the lack of contact with other people and being able to go to events. The virus has caused, I had 5 family members to pass from the virus. So things like that made it very difficult.
So Mr. Mack, how have you stayed positive during this pandemic?
And I can stay positive because I take things in increment, one day at a time. One of my main books that I read is the Bible. And from that, it teaches us that we are going to have trouble. The storms in life rage, but the sun does shine again. We've had more days of sunshine than we had rain and storm. But that doesn't mean we're not going to have any storms in our life. This is just a storm in our life. And nothing happens to any of us that God doesn't approve.
Do you have any advice to share about weathering difficult times?
No matter who we are, socially, economically, whatever, everybody has problems. And I often say it's not that we don't have problems, it's what do we do in response to those problems. We have a lot of autonomy as it relates to how we deal with it. You're not exempt from problems. Anything that happens to anybody else can and might happen to you. So understand that. Don't be delusional and think something is wrong because you have problems. You're going to have problems. That's just life.
What is your favorite memory from the past year?
The only thing that I can attribute to that's happened from the positive standpoint is the time in which it took them to come up with a vaccine for it.
What are your hopes for the future?
My fervent hope and prayer for the future is that we get out of this pandemic as soon as possible.
So how has having an ombudsman throughout this pandemic helped you?
Whenever I have problems, I contact her, and she helps me deal with or to find a solution to many of my problems. I'm very appreciative of being able to have an ombudsman, and even doubly appreciative of the one that I had, because one of the tenets of social work is to have respect and dignity for all people, and my ombudsman definitely meets that criteria, and she has always been a supporter and have helped me deal with many of the issues that arise. Yeah, it's good to know that I have somebody who's advocating for me that I can contact if I need help.